G'day there folks, I'm Beanie, you're watching another Beanie Draws video, and in this video I am going to try and teach you how to draw a cute cartoon caricature styled Indominus Rex. Basically going to sketch down the shape of the head first of all. It's going to have a very large head, I'm just warning now. I know some of my... I've had one or two comments asking me to slow down in these tutorials, so I'll try and... sometimes I have to go fast so I know what I'm doing, but what I'll do is I'll explain what I've done after some of these elements. I'll try to. Anyway, this is the head. Kind of imagine it like there's a big circle here, a smaller circle there, and then you basically draw the the lines between the circles. I'm now going to erase that because I don't need that. Also, when you're doing your basic roughing out shapes, your shapes are allowed to be incredibly rough. That's the whole point of roughing it. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to rough in the shape of the teeth, which, as you can tell, I'm drawing them incredibly big, because this is a caricature, satirical take of Indominus Rex, so it's going to be way, way, way out of proportion. So kind of consider this video a bit of a tutorial on how to draw cartoon versions of things. I'm going to draw the lower jaw to be kind of like the real thing. Well, Indominus Rex isn't real, but you get what I mean. The front of the jaw is going to be small, like the Indominus Rex, and the back of the jaw is going to be large. I'm gonna make the teeth big for the top end of the jaw as well. So what I'm doing here, I've done it really quickly, but I'll draw like an example. You just basically do one line, so it's like you got a V, and then you give it a little bit of an upside down U at the top. And that's basically how you go about making teeth for Indominus Rex. Or in here you have like a curved V with a upside down U, and that's how you can make your teeth. And as you can see around here, I've got the V's, I've got the upside down U. Well, here they're actually right side up U's, but you get what I mean. I also want the teeth to be jaggedy and very out of proportion, so I might mess them up a little bit intentionally. And also, because of the shape of how I'm envisioning this Indominus Rex to look, I'm reshaping the jaw a bit. Now I'm going to do the snout completely differently to the bounding box, so basically I was just using that base shape to start my drawing. So basically I've got the reference image up just as a kind of a indication on what I want it to look like, but I want to really blow out the proportions and make it kind of look cute. Trying to make it look cute anyway. So I'm going to sketch in the eye socket hole for the jaw, for the skull, and do the hole for the back of the skull, and the hole for the front of the head, front of the snouty bit. And then I'm going to make the nose hole, the nostrils, a little bit bigger than what they appear in the real thing. And then draw a little curve here for the snout, nose don't know what you really call it really. It's just kind of like a little bump, really. Now around here, I'm going to have the eyes much, much bigger than the real thing. I'm just going to, from here on, call it a real thing. We all know that Indominus Rex isn't real, but still. I'm going to draw the eyes quite big. So we get the QA. If anyone knows how to pronounce it, let me know. But basically making it cute. So to make a cute eye, basically you want it to be fairly round, a little bit like a lemon at the edges, and pointed at the end. So like you can see here, it's rounded, it's got a point here, a little bit of a point here, it's a little bit more rounded on this end, but that's basically how you get yourself a cute, a cute eye for a lizard or something. I'm gonna give the slit eye pupil thing, brilliant description, I know, but basically I'm just gonna have it wide up here, and just like a cat's eye, really. I'm gonna draw a reflection shape here, and maybe a reflection shape here, just so I can know later on where I want to put some reflections. And then I'm going to colour in my the pupil. As you can see, nice and big because it's cute. And then I'm going to just draw a little bit of a shape around here that indicates the this eye socket and the eyelid. I will do a large spike. It's, as you can tell, way out of proportion compared to what the real thing would look like. The real thing would only be like half the size, but I want this to be cute. So I am drawing a triangular spike at the top, just like that. I'll do some of the little spikes along here, I think, but I kind of want the shape of the skull to be like this. So hopefully you can kind of follow along. It's a little bit of an S shape. Right. Half the point of this video is really because I just wanted to draw a cute cartoon Indominus Rex, and I thought, well, you probably won't draw it exactly like this, because this is kind of meant to be my own design, sort of. But it might give you some ideas on how to draw your own versions of cute dinosaurs. So that's why I'm doing it like this. And as you can see, what I just did there is I'm just drawing some light lines to indicate the texture of the eyebrow spike, because, you know, I unconsciously, unintentionally go straight into detail and not even realizing until I'm like, oh wait, I've just drawn that. People want to know what the hell I just did. I'm going to draw some lumps here to indicate the scale lump ridge things along its nose. Again, brilliant descriptions, I know. And I'm just going to do the same lines up here like I did here. See, with these video tutorials, this isn't really a tutorial. I've recorded one for a T-Rex. I don't know if this video may be uploaded before that one. This one may be uploaded before that. Who knows? But basically, these videos can get up to like 40 minutes long, and they take quite a long time to upload. So usually, I prefer doing just quick time-lapse drawing videos, but who knows, I might be able to share some pearls of wisdom. As you can see here, I've made a little S shape. I guess it's actually easier for me to draw it and then explain what I've drawn. I'll try that approach. A rounded curve for the jaw. I'm going to fix up some of the teeth now. I'm gonna refine these teeth. I'm going to make that tooth bigger. It's kind of hard to make a really gnarly toothed dinosaur look cute, but I'm trying my best. I might make that tooth a little smaller, and that tooth a little smaller. And again, you really shouldn't be drawing your lines so hard and thick, but I'm just doing it the way that I want to do it. But if you want to follow along, you can. I just wouldn't recommend drawing it as hard. I'm gonna do a basic line here for the top of the skull, and then I'm not using any particular pencil. Basically, I just want the eraser for this part. So I'm just going to erase some of my founding lines around this part. And I might just lightly erase that part as well, because I don't want it to have too many lines. We'll see how we go. Actually, that's not looking too bad. I like that. Okay, so as you can see, we've got a curve here. Follow the curve just basically follow the curve of the line now. Or just look at the image and try and sort of replicate it. I know it's hard, it's easier said than done, but again, this is more me just trying to get out an idea that I had in my head, and hopefully I can teach you. It's hard to teach and think at the same time, but see how we go. I'm going to do some basic scales here. We don't want to put too much detail into them, just a little bit, because if we put too much detail into it, it'll look super realistic. Well, maybe not super realistic, but it'll look more intense than I'm intending it to. So I'm doing some little lines up here that are rough indications of the lip and jaw scales. I'm not going to do too many up around here. I might do some very light lines, but I'm not really going to I'm not worrying too much about scales, to be honest. More focused on the actual shape of the Indominus. Might do some little light curved lines underneath the teeth. But even then, it's already looking like, I personally think it's got too much detail in there now, so I'm going to erase them. If you want to keep them, go right ahead, but I'm going to erase some of these detail lines because I think they add too much. So there we go. I'm quite liking that head. So I am going to now attempt to put in the rest of the body. What I'll do is I'll put in a curve that I'm going to have a little neck. Might have the line going to about here maybe, and have that curve. I'm going to draw the shape kind of like that. We don't want the neck too long. Indominus Rex has a long neck, but because this is a cartoon, we want it to be tiny. I'm going to put the underneath of its neck in there, like that saggy kind of bit underneath your jaw that is just kind of floppy, and that's where the food goes. So that's what I'm doing there. And I'm also going to be doing another T-Rex versus Indominus Rex in this kind of style, like I did with the Let Them Fight video. I don't know if I did the Let Them Fight video as a tutorial or if I did that as a time lapse. I can't remember, but yeah. And I'm also going to be doing the Raptor squad in this style. I'm going to be doing it in a serious style, but I'm also going to be doing it in this style because I like doing both serious and cartoon. So, right, I've been doing a lot of lines here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a very tiny body. So I guess you call this like a lemon shape. I find lemons and ovals are better to use than circles, to be honest. I'm gonna draw its tail kind of like, maybe like that. Again, very small. Key point when drawing cute dinosaurs is you have the heads incredibly big and the body's incredibly tiny, and then the head's kind of in between. The hands in between. So that's kind of where I'm going to put some circles for the shoulders. I'm going to put a circle for the placement of the leg. I'm going to put in a little. This is where circles do come in handy, I guess. Circle for the knee. And then these are very rough, loose circles, by the way. And now I'm going to move my page so I don't accidentally not show people things. I'm going to have the leg kind of like that, thigh piece. A leg kind of like that. I've got quite a few videos, actually, to be honest, that need to be uploaded. So yeah, I've got quite a few things in the works. If you follow me on Instagram, BANARTS on Instagram, I'll probably put a link in the description now, but if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see there's a Dilophosaurus as well that I am yet to upload or edit, and another tutorial on legs. I'll get to that. There's a lot of things to upload, and I just draw when I'm in the mood to. But okay, there's a thigh. No, there's a calf. So basically we've got a line here for the back of the thigh, a line here for the calf, a line, a curved line here for the knee. I'm going to put a line circle here for the ankle. I'm going to put in a big kind of, make the shape around. I'm going to put in a circle, oval for the foot. You'll notice that when I'm trying to do a tutorial, especially when I'm doing a composition, I know that this part will be very annoying, because you'll be like, I just drew that and you just erased it. Arr! I know that'll be frustrating, but I'm basically trying to think up this body pose as I'm drawing it along, and I didn't like the position of the legs, so I'm going to do them again. I'm going to just try and I want the legs to be spread out a bit more, so I'm just going to draw them very roughly and then explain the shapes, I guess. So I'm going to just do the thigh piece like that, a knee there, curve, calf, leg, ankle, foot. See, I'm seeing this in my head right now, and I'm just smashing it out onto the paper, and then I will explain it later. Shoulder, forearms, shoulder, small arm, elbows, wrist, big claws, big kind of, see this part? That part of your finger, the sort of bit that your nail comes out of, that's what I'm drawing right now. And then they will progressively get tinier and tinier to a opposable thumb, which is actually kind of tiny, to be honest. You never really see the opposable thumb all that much in the movie, to be honest. I'm gonna be refining this hand because I don't like the position of the fingers, so I'm gonna erase that, try it again. If anything, this part may be frustrating to watch and try to learn from, but it will teach you all that you can draw multiple times, erase it out if you don't like it, try it again, erase it out again if you don't like it, try it again, to try different poses and different angles and such. If I was going to do this like a proper tutorial, I'd have the image finished, and then I just redraw it, try to redraw, train it, but I'm basically thinking up this image as I'm going along, and you're coming along for the ride. So there's the thumbnail. Thumbnail. Sorry, that was a computer geek joke there. I'm drawing a claw here. You can see that I've kind of got lines roughly going around in a sort of stick figure form, and then I'm going to refine around those stick figure forms now with rounded circles. And I am much more liking. I'm gonna. Sorry, people. This is going to be really sporadic. So if you want to dislike this video just for my sporadic nature right now, go right ahead. I'm going to do a cube square here. You guys really are not going to be able to follow along this because this is complicated in my own head. But hey, you get to see the trials and tribulations of being an artist. I'm trying to figure out a cool position because I want the hands to be kind of like this, like that, grabbing, kind of going for the grabby, threatening, clawing kind of. Hopefully you'll get it once you see the final result. But you can see that I'm drawing like sort of like a stick figure, skeletal, rough. Hopefully you can see that. So I've got the claw, finger joints into a bit of a square, which then will turn into a bit of a wrist, then a circle. You don't really need to worry about the circle, to be honest now. This is literally how I try and figure out my positioning of limbs. The head was easy. Well, maybe not easy for some, but for me it was easy. And it's basically the rest of the body flowing from that head, which can be sometimes be tricky. And I should not have drawn that oval there, because now the elbow's all the way out here, as opposed to there. Basically, I just wanted to draw an Indominus Rex that's cute, and I figured I'd try and make this into a tutorial. I'm going to do two versions of this video. One with this chaotic, sporadic nature. Maybe you can follow along, see how we go. And then I'm just going to do a time lapse, which will probably be a lot easier just to watch and not learn from. But, okay, we've got the positioning of the hands at least. God knows what we're going to do for the feet. We still got these little shapes for the feet, but let's do the claws right now. Going to refine these claws now. Big middle claw, which some saying that there's other dinosaur DNA in the Indominus Rex to make it have big claws, but I reckon that's a little bit of Velociraptor in that to make it have bigger middle claws. Why is my camera just suddenly going out of focus? I've turned off autofocus. Okay, there we go. Stay. Good girl. Okay, let's get back to it. Hopefully it hasn't gone out of focus too much, because that will be a right pain if it has. Okay, I'm drawing a chaotic mess, but in the chaotic mess is the lines that I want. You can see all these blurry lines that are making not much sense, but you can see that I'm building up the darker lines in among the chaos so I can see the lines that I want. Sometimes, when you're trying to draw, it's about just laying in lots and lots of lines. Like you can see all these lines, and you just find the line that you like, and then you work on that line. So, kind of like that. Let's just erase some of this chaos now. I'm going to try and make this video under 40 minutes. We're at 26 now. If I haven't edited this video, that is. Right. I'm not overly liking that finger, so you'll be like, no, you've just erased what I've drawn again. That just means you have to erase it if you're following along this video in tutorial form. Otherwise, just enjoy the show. And it's at this stage now that I've got like 1,300 followers, so I'm sure some of you are actually following along and watching this whole video, which is pretty freaking awesome. So, yeah. Thank you so much for finding my videos interesting and for all the compliments you guys have been giving me. It makes my day, even if I don't respond to you right away or at all, because some of your comments don't give me any links to respond, which is annoying. I don't know if any of you who've got no links to respond to have actually read my comments. That link, YouTube's weird that way, but just know that I do read your comments, even if I haven't responded. There's just a lot of comments that I'm getting, which kind of comes with the nature of having 1,300 followers. Okay, so I'm liking that hand, even though the hand is way smaller than I wanted. Roar. Me being frustrated. I'm just going to the neck now. No, come on, Beanie. You can do this. Big claw here. Because I want the claws to be this size, the big hand size. I don't want them to be tiny. You guys are watching the battle. If I upload the full length video, which I should. I'm sure people will watch this. Maybe. Okay. It's just a difficult positioning of hands, which I'm seeing all this in a three-dimensional aspect. It is so hard to explain three-dimensional aspects and getting them right in the head in what I'm seeing, and then explaining it, and then drawing it. I know some of you have been asking me how to, teach how to draw three-dimensionally, and it is very, very difficult sometimes. So, I'm hoping you can just kind of see where I'm going. I do like that hand. This hand... I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna erase this finger. When I do the time lapse of this, I'm just gonna be like, and this part is where I'm just erasing, drawing, because I was finding it very difficult to draw the hands. Trust me, hands can be very difficult, even for those of us who are pretty decent at drawing. So, I like that hand. Let's try one more time to get this hand to look like that hand. I'm sorry about this. Maybe I should edit all this part out. Okay. Well, we've got the start of the hands at least. These fingers aren't too bad. It's just mainly the middle finger that needs to be bigger. And a much bigger claw. I think I just had my proportions wrong. Again, not the best tutorial, I'm sorry. I'll try and make up for it with a proper Tutorial Tuesday thing. I don't even know if I'm going to have this video as a Tutorial Tuesday thing. I think I'm just going to make this video as a fun little video for you guys to watch. Who knows? Guess we'll see what happens. Because I actually drew Dilophosaurus last week, and, well, a cute Dilophosaurus last week, and it's still a week and I haven't uploaded it yet. Been a lot of things on my mind, and a lot of... it's been an interesting couple of days, let's just say that. claws, claws, nails, fingers, etc., etc. Claws, thumb, hey presto. Well, it looks better. I think it'll do. It sort of looks a little bit out of proportion. This hand looks bigger than that hand. Do I make the hands bigger? I think I might have to. Let's try one more time. See, here you'll find that we all have difficulties in drawing. Sure, my drawing may look, you may think that I'm drawing remarkably amazing as it is, and you're like, no, that hand looked brilliant the way it was. But because I'm an artist, and some artists, we just are never happy until it's perfect in our eyes. So maybe I'll have the nail out like that. Okay, make sure that the hands are big. Claw. I think I've spent like 10 minutes just on getting these bloody hands right. Jeez. I may just actually time lapse this part. God, because you guys really don't need to watch me drawing it, erasing it, drawing it, erasing it. Let's see how I go. I might just leave it in. If I cut it out, I'll just be like, and this is the part where I'm just going to time-lapse it because I was drawing it, then I erased it, then I drew it, and then I erased it, and I was just having troubles drawing the hands if I time-lapse this part. But I think I finally got that hand how I want it to look. Finally. Let's hope the feet and everything else just work. Because I know how I want to do that part. That part will be easy. For me. Yeah, that's good enough for now. That looks alright to me. Who would have thought that drawing a cartoon can sometimes be more difficult than drawing realistic? As far as I'm concerned, anyway. Anyway, okay, that's a shoulder, that's a chest line, and that's a chest line. Okay. This is going to be longer than 40 minutes. Oh no, this is going to take forever to upload. Okay. I'm going to try and make the rest of this quick. I'm going to do some basic rough lines. So I've got curved lines just for very basic, very basic scales. We don't want too much detail. Like around here, just basic. We don't want too much detail. Well, I don't want too much detail. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the knee there. Draw the calf. And the foot is not going to look anything like the movie version. But that's just because it's going to be a cartoon style, so... And really, you should be drawing that foot, not that foot first. Maybe we'll just do this foot first. That's going to be the ankle. I had this same challenge, I think, when I was doing the T-Rex video, which I haven't uploaded either yet. Toe, claw, toe, claw, toe, claw. Bit like that. Toe, 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 Toenails. Padding under the toes. Oh, I was so worried then that, because I'm looking down at the paper rather than looking at my computer screen where I'm recording this. And I'm like, oh, don't tell me I've cut off the foot like I did in one of my other tutorials, but no. It looks like the feet are there. Thank God for that. So I'm just going to do some lines for the feet. Now, I'm not really intending on doing anything beyond the pencil marks, because I just wanted to draw it for the sake of drawing it, but I may do another video of me kind of rendering it out in maybe fine liner, maybe pen, but I kind of just wanted to draw it as is. Kind of loose, rough, sketching, conceptualizing style. So here I've got you can see what I've done here. Line, 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 line for the finger scales. But I just basically felt like drawing, and I've recorded it because I know some people are like, oh, I hope you recorded this when I post it onto Instagram, and I'll be like, yep, I did. Sometimes I don't, sometimes I do. Gonna do some basic a little vein line here. A little bit of a vein line. I'm gonna finish off this foot. Toenail, claw, roar. That could make a cool shirt. Toenail, claw. No, that would make a crap shirt. Okay. Toenail. Toe. Toe. These are kind of like wrinkle lines, and again, it's not making a very good tutorial, I'm sorry. You can dislike this video if you want. There we go. Line. I wasn't imagining this guy to be as challenging as he turned out to be. So I'm doing some more of the lines for the top of the toe scales. I don't draw the full, how I would normally do toe scales, because I do scales just in their basic line form when I'm doing cartoon style. So I'm just gonna do basic little wiggly lines just to, you can kind of see what I'm doing there. Yay! Those feet weren't as challenging to do as the hands, because when you're trying to think of your hands in a three-dimensional aspect, it gets challenging. But we're only up to about 40 minutes now, so maybe I can keep this up to a 45-minute or time-lapse, all that last bit, and cut out 10 minutes of crap. See how we go. Might leave it in, might not. Gonna do the back. And a little tail. I'm not going to put any detail well, not much detail anyway in that tail. I'm going to put in some lines here, and then I'm going to, these lines are kind of like the plating of the back of the neck. That will go down to the back as well. Do it like so. And we do them curved because they're following the contour of the shape, so it's a cylindrical orb. I don't even know if that's a description, but we're going to go with it. I'm going to now put in some spikes, so I'm going to put in a triangular spike. I'm putting them at this angle because they're not in the middle of the back. These ones are in the middle of the back. These ones are just kind of going down the side. Spike there, spike there, and there, and there. We know what spikes along backs look like. People have been drawing spikes along dinosaur backs for centuries, I think. I draw lots of spikes along dinosaur backs. Okay, now we're just gonna do some big-ish spikes along here. Spikes, spikes. And it seems like Indominus Rex only has the kind of the quill spikes along its neck. So I'm just gonna give it nice big black quill-like spikes. And because it's the Indominus Rex isn't fully grown, I wonder if they intended to have like big actual feathers along the neck of the Indominus. Because if you see some of the scenes, the quills kind of move a bit like a cockatoo crest. Like a cockatoo crest goes up and down, and those feathers move with the excitement of the dinosaur. So if it's, you know, trying to... I just called a cockatoo a dinosaur, didn't I? I think I did. Well, at the very least, you'll get a laugh out of that. Okay, anyway. Quills move with the excitement of the bird, not the dinosaur. But the dinosaur has the quills, so you get what I mean. God, I ramble on. That is why I do that's why I do time-lapse, not to... whatever. Okay, now I'm going to do some spikes things along the back of its head. I might do some of those little scales along here. It's probably more detailed than I intended, but anyway, and then I'm just gonna some loose, rough lines. Again, this is just like a loose... If I go any further with this image down the track, I will probably record it. Then I'll make it as a part 2, but for now, I'm just going to leave this as is, I think. It's just a fun little drawing. Fun little thing that I just felt like doing. I don't even know if I'm going to do anything else with it. Lines along the tail just to give it a bit of a three-dimensional-y kind of, giving it just a little bit of flavor. Call them flavor lines. Oh, right. And just before you say anything, yes, quill lines along its arms. I was meant to do that a lot earlier, but you know, I just wanted to make you guys believe that I was going to forget that. I think it also has dew claws. I don't know. Let's just draw some quick little dew claws for the people who well, you wouldn't be able to see the dew claw here because it's behind the foot here, but you can see a little bit here. But yeah, and that is its opposable thumb. If you're asking, that's its opposable thumb, even though its opposable thumb's more like that, but I'm doing it like that. So dislike this video if you don't like that. I'm just gonna put a little bit of blackness in the claws, a little bit of blackness in these claws. Just blacking the claws up a little bit, giving it a bit of a rendering. I just realized I think I want to render this in pencil now. Oh god, that's going to be another video. If I do like that, which now looking at this drawing, I might actually do it like that. So here we go, make that as another video, if I do that. If I don't, I don't. If I do, I do. So, yeah. This is an incredibly casual video of me drawing a cute Indominus Rex. You could kind of call it a baby Indominus Rex if you really want to. Okay. You know what, I probably will render this. Let's see how we go, but for now I'm going to leave the video like this. Hopefully you guys didn't dislike this video because it was fairly, it's not very tutorialistic. It is very chaotic, but hey, if you're a Ian Malcolm fan, it's all about that chaos. I'm just going to erase some of the crappier lines. But yeah, if you actually did enjoy this video despite the chaos, give it a thumbs up. If you've even watched it to this point, if you've watched it to this point, leave a comment in the descriptions that says, yes, I did, like say it in this exact terms, yes, I actually watched it to that point, or to this point. And if I read a comment like that, I will be amazed. So yeah, if you've watched to this point, leave that as a comment, and you'll get like a special little shout out or a comment or something. At the very least, you'll get a really good laugh from me, because I'd be very surprised if anyone's actually watched this from start to end. But okay, before I ramble on even longer, that is how I draw a cartoon Indominus Rex. If there's a part 2, stay tuned for that. But yeah, if you like this video, give it a like, comment on what you thought if you've got this far, subscribe if you haven't already, share this video if you thought it wasn't crap. And yeah, I'll have some more, some more of my planned out, better thought out drawing tutorials down the track. I still have to do Allosaurus and Carnotaurus, and I want to do the Velociraptor pack as well, all 4 of them. So keep an eye out, there's lots of good stuff coming your way, and occasionally dodgy stuff like this. But hey, it's something. So yeah, thanks for watching this if you have watched this far, and I will see you next time. So